What's going on, guys? It's William, and today I am back with another indie early access game. This time it is of course going to be Stranded Deep. Now, I told myself that I wouldn't actually buy into any more early accesses, but this one caught my fancy quite a bit because it deviates from the whole zombie survival game, which of course this game is a survival. I should have mentioned that firsthand. But anyway, Stranded Deep is a survival game. The sort of gist of things is that you crash land into the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and you have to go from like island to island looking for sort of resources and stuff to survive. You can hunt and fish, you know, and there's all sorts of things you could do really. And it's actually, of course, still an alpha, but there is a decent bit to do, and it looks amazing. I have played through a little bit just to get used to everything, and it does look awesome. The closest I can compare it to at the minute is a game called Salt, in the sense where you go from island to island, but Stranded is quite more in depth because you're able to actually dive underwater as well and look for wreckages and stuff to find all kinds of different loot. But I am going to start a game here, and I'm going to skip the intro because it is incredibly loud and I don't think you can actually hear me over it at all, but I will tell you what happens once we're actually in. Alright, so here we are. Oh wow. Here we are. My plane has crashed, and it's... I think it's quite similar to the Forest. If you have seen the Forest, its sort of intro, it goes along the same line. Your sort of plane or your private jet crash lands, but instead of obviously being on an island, you crashed in the Pacific Ocean, and you have all these islands that you can check out. But yeah, this is it. It looks stunning. It actually looks really, really nice. The crafting system, I have to admit, the crafting system is amazing. It's a physical based one where you drag objects like this stick and this rock together, excuse me, and if you are actually able to craft something, if there is a recipe, you'll have a little icon pop up, and then you'll hold in the left mouse button to bring up a little context menu, and then you can create some stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this potato plant. It seems kind of weird that there's a potato plant on an island in the Pacific, but who cares? So what I am after is a yucca plant. And there is one right here. If I chop this down, I should get some lashing. There we go. Now, you can probably see where this is going. Probably see where it's going. Now, where if I put all my stuff? Now, this is of course your backpack, as it says there, or your inventory. All these slots are of course bound to your 138 keys on your keyboard, so your hotbar essentially. Now, this is it. There's no other way to get any more space to carry things. You only have this backpack, so you have to pick and choose carefully what things you're going to bring with you if you're going off adventuring and stuff, which I think is pretty awesome. It's a lot more survivory. So as you can see, I have a little icon there below the item name, and I can create a crude axe. There we go. So of course, having a crude axe means you could chop down these lovely palm trees. But before I do, something that made me just ecstatic was this feature right here. That's right, you can climb the palm trees and collect the lovely coconuts. How awesome is that? Now, I had a little trouble getting down from a palm tree. I fell off, and the trick is to actually, it's not to look down and press S again, because that just brings you up. Basically what you want to do is look at the same direction as you were going up and just press S. So That was a little bit of a headache for me, if I'm honest. But anyway, I'm going to chop down this little tree, because right now I don't think there is much for me to do on a small island. As you can see there, tree falls down, all the coconuts fall off. Now, with the coconuts, you have to take off the husk, and then you get this, this lovely coconut now. And then to actually use the coconut, you have to hit it again, and it becomes drinkable, so you can obviously drink it. And then if you hit it another couple of times, I said, if you hit it another couple of times, there we go, it splits in half. Now they are actually edible. So that is pretty cool. I like that they do actually have that for coconuts. Now, you're probably wondering, how do you sort of figure out if you're hungry or thirsty or what's your health at? Which is a damn good question. And honestly, I was very, very glad that there's like no HUD. Very, very glad. But to figure out your stats, you hold an F and you have a watch. So obviously I'll tell you the time. And then if you left click, you have these little bars. So the left one is of course going to be your health, middle one is your food, and the right one is your thirst. So that's not too bad. Now, it's not just as easy as keeping those up. There are all sorts of other nasty things that can actually, you know, well, you'll have a bad day as such. It's not just sort of getting attacked by, you know, wildlife and sharks and stuff. You can actually become too hot, so hyperthermia, I think that's what it's called. So you can get too hot, and there are various other things as well that you can die from. So there is quite a lot you have to look out for. But of course it is you against Mother Nature, which is fantastic, and it is a refreshing change. So it is a refreshing change from all the zombie survival games we have out there now. But there isn't. I don't think there's much else I can really do on the island. Actually, tell a lie. There is one thing I could do, and then what we'll do is we'll head out to that. Where is it? Where'd that wreckage go? There's a wreckage right there. I think it's over there. Yeah, there is. So, for wreckages... Jesus, excuse me. So for wreckages and the likes, there are going to be, like, air bubbles on the ocean. And from what I can tell, those air bubbles mean that there is something below the ocean for you to check out and explore. So it is worth checking those. But I kind of freak out at things like that. It just creeps me the hell out when it comes to games where you're sort of just looking directly down into the blackness of the ocean. It really creeps me out. Which I was kind of skeptical about trying this game out because of that fact. But then again, the concept is pretty awesome, and I think I can actually cope with diving and whatnot. But then again, there are sharks, and they will try to eat you. So that's going to be very interesting for me. I'm going to be very, very jumpy, I can tell, whenever diving in the ocean. Now, I did of course say there are sharks, and they will eat you. There are different species of sharks. They do plan on having a lot more species, including wildlife that are on islands and stuff, because at the minute the only wildlife on islands are crabs. There we go, there are a bunch of crabs over here. So the only sort of wildlife sort of on the island are crabs, as you can see. And I can actually kill one. And you can of course eat this. But we do of course need a campfire. Now, yeah, we're dragging from here. We're dragging from here. Very, very strong. Very strong. So, Still a crude axe. I need a few more sticks. Now then. The controls are actually listed in the game. Well, not actually in the game, but in the menu. Unfortunately, you can't access the options while in game, but that is a feature. Well, it's not really a feature. It's something that every game will have. But that is going to be in the near future, so it's not too bad. Not too bad. Now I want to find one more stick, because that way I'll be able to make a campfire. There we go. Instead of dragging this, I'll just pick it up. Be a lot easier. Oh, there's another stick there. Be a lot easier. Alright. And now, there we go. Campfire. Now if I just plop that down, bring out my lighter, and light it. There we go. Voila! Now where did I put that crap? There we go. Now, you're probably wondering how you cook things. Because everything's physically based, you literally just plop it on. Of course it falls off. Now, you can probably tell that by the sizzling it means it is cooking. So, right now, you sort of do have to stand here and hold it and balance it. But if you're lucky, you can let go and it'll sort of do a little jiggle on top, but it will stay on there, which is pretty nice. Now, if I throw this last rock on, I should be able to make myself another item. So there we go, crude hammer. And voila. Now then, the hammer allows you to actually build structures and the likes, but I have yet to discover what you need. I have found that you can get palm leaves, so that might have something to do with it. You can of course get logs from the palm trees, sticks, etc. So I still have to discover that, but that will be for another video, I think. This is of course going to be just a little... This is of course going to be a little first impressions video, and I will more than likely have sort of more videos and whatnot of this as time goes on. But it is definitely one that I am looking forward to seeing develop. As I said, it is single player, it is just you against the environment, Mother Nature, etc. They do have plans to bring out a co-op mode and multiplayer, but the multiplayer is going to be like little different game modes, like little fun game modes. I think like they were saying about Raft. Oh, ding! So the thing means of course your food is cooked, which I think is pretty funny. But anyway, game modes such as like Raft Wars, and there's going to be fishing challenges and the like, so it should be quite interesting. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my coconuts and my potatoes. So let's see how am I doing for now. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop back in my little raft here, and I'm going to brave the ocean here and check out this here. There we go. So I was stuck. I'm going to check out this little wreckage and see if we find anything. But I mean, as you can see, it just looks gorgeous. See the little reefs below in the water. Stuff like that is really nice. Whoa! Caught on a bit of the reef there. Not good. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna keep the paddle on me just in case. Alright, oh, a little bit of jitters there, but that's to be expected, that's fine. Wait, where's the door? There is no door. Bollocks. No, don't just be a... Alright, so it looks like there's actually nothing here. That's disappointing. That is disappointing. Oh no! Door! There it is, right there! I'm an idiot. Alright. So left click to open. Console cabinet. Bucket of seawater. Now that's quite weird. But I suppose it makes sense. It kind of makes sense. What do we have in this locker? Aha! An actual nice big axe. Which I can't collect. How do you collect? There we go. I got it. Oh, what's this? Flashlight. I am full though. I can't get rid of this though because I don't need it. There we go. Oh, antibiotics. Did I already have an axe on me? Oh no, that was the hammer. That was the hammer. That's alright. We can make more. We can make more. Alright, so antibiotic. Oh! Almost ran out of air there. But there we go. That's a nice little salvage there from that there shit. So, back on my life raft. All nice and safe. It is getting dark. And I honestly don't fancy going out in the dark. So far I've yet to see a shark, which is unsettling, and I don't want to be going out travelling from island to island in the dark. That is a big no-no in my eyes. But there we go. Now then, look at this nice axe. Oh, another rock. Excellent. I don't think there's a way for you to chip like rock fragments off of the bits of stone in here yet, or maybe there is. I just don't know it. But it would. But there's another rock. Here is another rock. So we can actually make ourselves another crude hammer, which is nice. Now, let's see. Antibiotics. A small bottle of antibiotics can be used to treat poisoning. Haha, excellent. Nice flashlight, which is pretty obvious. Bucket of water. What is this for? Oh. Oh! Oh dear! What did I do? I drunk it! I left click and drunk it! Shit! Oh no! You idiot. Oh dear. How am I not dead? How am I not dead? I think I better... Okay. Then we'll eat the crab. We'll eat the crab. Look at that. It's not nice. Alright, crab. Eat you. There we go. Let's see here, oh dear. Where's the coconut? Where's the coconut? Let's see if the flashlight works. Oh. Doesn't work. Oh, it worked for a little bit there. Ah, okay. I figured it out. So you need to hold in the left mouse button for it to work. There we go. Okay. So, where are the coconuts? Where are the coconuts? I've lost the coconuts. Ah, there they are. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna eat the coconut. Okay, that didn't really help much. There we go. I think I've royally screwed myself. But accidentally drinking seawater. Shit. But anyway, that is my first impressions. Overall, it is pretty awesome. And I've barely scratched the surface. And there's another more bubbles there to explore. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be back with some more gameplay of this later on down the line. I will be carrying on with more H1Z1 as patches roll out too. So, again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.